Today is episode 59, where we'll see how Speakerman Titan and Cameraman Titan will unite, see the return of the Speakermen and the new Skibidi boss. Episode 59 will begin with a look at Tafukboom, who is standing on the left near the destroyed car and watching the battlefield. We will discuss what he is doing here later. We also see one of the cameramen trying to simply hold the Skibidi in place, apparently because he cannot get to the flush and destroy it. Next, POV cameraman saves his comrade from Skibidi toilet, and we see the appearance of a new boss from the Skibidists, double laser rocket launcher Skibidi toilet. He is equipped with 4 rocket launchers, 2 side lasers similar to G-Man Skibidi toilet, 2 claws similar to the ones used by dual buzzsaw mutant Skibidi toilet, and a helmet to protect himself. He was also supposed to be assisted by 2 flying Skibidists during the battle, but his plans were interrupted by the arrival of Speakerman Titan and Cameraman Titan. We see an interesting new way to deal with the helmets on the heads of Skibidists' bosses. The Speakerman Titan crashes into the double laser rocket launcher Skibidi toilet and destroys its helmet by rolling. What's interesting is that Cameraman Titan is watching the Speakerman Titan fight. In my opinion, he is giving his friend an opportunity to take revenge on the Skibidists for what they did to Speakerman Titan. Next, the dark flying launcher Skibidi toilet gets involved in the fight, and a Speakerman Titan flies into it from a distance. It seems to me that this boss from Skibidists is an improved version of the airborne giant rocket Skibidi toilet, which we saw in the same 51st episode from Cameraman Titan POV. When the camera pans back, we see that Cameraman Titan has destroyed the Skibidi toilet dual laser launcher. In fact, we see a rather brutal moment that emphasizes how angry and hateful the Titan cameraman is towards the Skibidists. Quite a funny moment with Cameraman Titan. Personally, it's the first time I've seen someone use the toilet after destroying Skibidist as a vehicle. After the fight, Cameraman Titan expresses his respect to Speakerman Titan for the way he conducted today's battle, and we see a rather sensitive moment. Speakermen are returning to the battlefield. After all, for them, the rescue of Speakerman Titan is a chance to be reborn and become stronger. I'm very glad that after so many episodes, we were able to see them in quite a large number, which means that they continue to exist and will be able to fight against the cameramen. And of course, we see a cool moment at the end, where Speakerman Titan and Cameraman Titan form a powerful alliance of cameramen and speakermen with a friendly handshake, which can give quite interesting results in the future. Today's episode has turned out to be quite interesting, so let's move on to discuss some theories. I think Cinema Man should return in episode 60. Every 10th episode has a certain large-scale action. I have already put forward a similar theory in one of my previous videos, which you can find on the channel. I assume that Cinema Man should return because it has been under repair for quite a long time, and today we saw the unification of cameramen and speakermen. I think that TV men should also join them, and soon we will see the final battle against the Skibidists. Also in today's episode, we saw that Skibidi scientist is not giving up yet and continues to try to find a new invention to turn the situation on the battlefield 180 degrees. We saw 2 new bosses, namely the dual laser launcher Skibidi toilet and the flying octo launcher Skibidi toilet. Although they could not do anything against the duo of Cameraman Titan and Speakerman Titan, they looked quite impressive. In fact, it's pretty hard for me to see what will save the Skibidists from defeat now, as I expect Cinema Man to appear in the next few episodes. Perhaps his return will give Cameraman Titan a break from the fighting for a while, and at that time, Skibidists will be able to try to destroy one of the Titans that will remain on the battlefield. The Skibidists are still immobile and vulnerable, and the Titans look just a few heads ahead of them. It is also worth discussing the return of regular Speakersmen. The infection of their leader has seriously affected the balance of power on the battlefield. They suffered quite significant losses, and it became rare to see them in one of the series. After the return of the Speakerman Titan, they should have felt a surge of strength and significant relief. So today's episode made me feel happy. I assume that all this time they were gathering strength and healing at one of their bases, and all this time Speakerman Titan could have been moving in their direction. We are in a part of the city that is quite similar to the area from the previous episode. If there is a Speakerman base somewhere in this place, where did G-Man toilet fly to? Because after the end of episode 57, we saw that Speakerman Titan accompanied G-Man toilet, and they moved towards the tower with the arch. In episode 58, we saw a completely different area that looks like the architecture of London. In this episode, we see a similar terrain and a logical question arises as to why the battle takes place here. I ask you to write your opinion in the comments, as it is important for me to hear what others think about it. In today's episode, we once again saw the secret agent, or as we all call him, Dafukboom. In recent episodes, we have been seeing him more and more often, and there are several theories. Either it's a simple desire of Dafukboom that we don't forget and respect him for the work he puts into the production of the series. This desire is absolutely normal and we respect it as a community. Or, as people suggested in the comments, Dafukboom is the main boss of Skibidists, and at the moment he is exploring the possibilities of cameramen and speakers. Perhaps he will take part in the battle when no one expects it, or the advantage of cameramen will not be so significant. So far, I have little idea how he can be a main boss due to his size, but we have seen interesting developments from Skibidi Scientist, and it would be interesting to see how he can improve Dafukboom to be able to withstand Cameraman Titan and Speakerman Titan. By the way, after TV Woman joined the battle in episode 57 and saved the plunger cameraman, we didn't see TV Men race in any of the following episodes. Either they decided to take a break from the fighting, as they see that the cameramen can easily destroy the Skibidists without their help, or they are busy developing new technologies. It also seems to me that a plunger cameraman can undergo treatment at their base and come back as some incredible titan. Still, I consider the TV Men to be the strongest race throughout the series, and they can easily create some kind of cyborg out of the plunger cameraman. But the question arises whether we will ever see their participation in the next episodes, since they appeared when the cameramen needed help. Nevertheless, as I predicted earlier, I expect Cinema Man to return in episode 60, and I think that approximately in episode 70 there will be a global battle, where we will see the capabilities of the three titans and whether Skibidis will have even the slightest chance of winning the battle. Write your opinion in the comments. I'll be interested to read it, and maybe I'll make a video about discussing your theories. Have a nice day and see you in the next video.